3 teams, 4 destinations, 1 global adventure. Emirates challenges us to travel local and explore 4 epic destinations out of 85 countries and territories. Next stop, we head to one of the most beautiful countries on earth, Norway.
So we're at the airport waiting for our next flight out and we're going to Norway. We're gonna spend 12 days there. Not really sure what's gonna happen.
I have no idea too, and I don't even feel like I'm dressed right for it.
Thank you for flying Emirates, and this is your first challenge.
And so, we boarded our flight and received our first challenge.
Oslo is known worldwide for its architecture, culture and cuisine. Ask a local where to go to see the best of the city.
With the in-flight Wi-Fi, we dropped our Norwegian friend a text and arranged to meet her at the airport. So we just arrived at Oslo and we collected our bags already.
Okay, we're gonna meet our local friend Ray, who's gonna share with us some local recommendations of things to do in the city.
So we're gonna drop off our luggage at our apartment, and then we're gonna go and check out the Opera House.
And then nearby we can head to the main street, then maybe grab some food at Mathallen.
Thanks for all the food recommendations and the places to go to though.
Hope you enjoy your trip.
Thank you. I think we definitely will be enjoying our day today.
Our first stop, the Oslo Opera House, a building designed to offer a stunning view of the city wherever you stand. Then we caught some buskers flaunting their skills at the main street and headed straight to Mathallen for dinner, a food hall which sits on an old factory alongside the river.
Finally done with the day.
Gonna head back and get some rest. And we got our new challenge.
Yep, so challenge 4 says the Norwegians' love for the outdoors is aptly represented by one of their untranslatable expressions. Freedom live. Learn to live like a local, hike on fjord, and spend a night camping out in nature. Okay,
Trolltunga, probably one of the best outdoor experiences in Norway, but definitely not for the faint-hearted. The first 3 kilometers of the trail is insanely steep, but once we are through that, the ascent is a lot gentler and manageable. The hike may be long and demanding, but every part of it was simply magical.
So it's 10 PM here right now, and we're gonna pitch our tent. We're gonna cook some food and then get our rest.
Yeah, I think we have an hour before the sunset, so let's get to it.
We were finally able to pitch our tent after damn long.
Yeah, it almost flew away and we were supposed to cook dinner after setting up the tent, but it's so cold. I think we're just gonna settle for dinner here.
The next morning, we got up, packed our bags, and set off to finish our hike.
Yes! 1 more kilometer to go. Let's go!
We made it! Look, there's the famous viewpoint over there. It's so nice.
Yeah, we hiked more than 6 hours, but the views are definitely worth it.
Yeah, everything about this hike was breathtaking. Like the mountains, the rivers.
Yeah, I can safely say this is one of the best hikes I've ever been on.
There's our next challenge.
Okay, so challenge number 5. Foreigners often find it hard to stomach many of Norway's unique delicacies.
Find your courage and try these items that can be found in most local grocery stores.
And then we're off to Bergen, Norway's second largest city. This city is not only famous for its colourful buildings, but also for its fish and seafood.
Actually, I'm not very familiar with Norwegian food. I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither, but I would imagine there'll be a lot of like cheeses or interesting meats like whale, reindeer.
Here you go.
What's this?
Nice.
It looks a bit like melon flavoured. It smells really savoury.
Yeah.
Like something like a seafood flavour.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't smell sweet at all.
Okay, cheers! Cheers! This reminds you of like some Japanese food.
Yes. Mentaiko.
Yes!
Yes, it tastes like mentaiko.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I actually really love this.
It's caviar! Oh my god! But it's so interesting how they package it. So it looks a bit like...
It looks like toothpaste. Rusty with this.
like chili. It looks like salsa, like tomato sauce. Oh yeah, it looks very appetizing actually. This is like tomato sauce with tuna.
Oh
It's like pasta.
you're right.
Actually, I see something very familiar. Like you you eat porridge, right? Then you add the sardine.
Oh, it's mackerel. We got the fish
Oh my God.
totally wrong.
You got crumbs on your the top. Oh, so we got a new challenge.
Home to majestic waterfalls, lush greenery and mountains. Cherie Fjord is a nature lover's haven.
Learn to experience Kræmmervika Fjord like a local by spending a night in the traditional fisherman's cabin and kayaking along the fjord the next day.
Oh,
wow! Oh my god, this is definitely something that I would like.
If you're a nature lover, Reinebringen Fjord is a must-see. Get up high to picnic with a view, drive through the winding roads, or chill by the river.
We spent the last 3 days in Kræmmervika Fjord and the scenery has been amazing. We drove through these crazy hairpin bends. We went kayaking in the fjords.
Yeah, it was so fun. We actually paddled all the way up close to the Seven Sisters Waterfall. And
Yeah.
like these cabins, they're so cozy. Like every day we just look forward to coming back and making dinner. Oh, next challenge. Since the age of the Vikings, rags of dried Arctic cod, also called torfisk or stockfish, have lined the roads of Lofoten Islands and have become a national delicacy of Norway.
Ooh. Fully immerse yourself in Norwegian cuisine and find a local store in Lofoten selling top fish as a snack.
Our final destination, the Lofoten Islands. This has got to be our favorite part of the trip. We set off on a midnight hike up Reinebringen, caught the sunrise from the top of Ryten, and spent the rest of our time in the comforts of our cozy fisherman's cabin.
Yay! So we found what we needed for challenge number 7, which is to find some stockfish snack. And we found it at Sakrisøy. It's this little town in Lofoten and it's famous for its restaurants and the little yellow houses.
And do you also know that in Lofoten, they are famous for their stock fishing because of their cool climate that prevents the fish from rotting or freezing.
Should we try some?
Let's do it! Tastes like 咸鱼 actually. Hey, but it's nice, I like it. It's like not overly
It's very
salty.
dry.
Actually, it smells kind of like scallop.
Oh yeah.
And finally, we ended our trip by spending a night at Kvalvika Beach, where we pitched our tent and made this place our home.
Come to the end of our trip in Norway, and Norway has just been a multitude of experiences. We really got to live like how the locals do, especially camping. Camping was for me one of the most memorable parts of our trip. Yeah, hiking to your camping spot, looking for a place to set up a home.
I think for me, camping was also one of the most memorable things here, like, and including the cabin experiences, because I think I've never lived in a cabin before.
It's so cozy.
Yeah, it's so cozy. But I think definitely one of the main things that I'll remember from Norway is also their food. I really like Norwegian food. After being here for 2 weeks, I love their
I'm gonna
food.
lug a few bars of chocolate home.
And the cheese.
Yes.
I bought.
And that marks the end of our trip.
Bye.
Is it Peanut Palace?